Hey guys, Josh from SoccerReviewsForYou.com, bringing you another new stuff video where I give you guys a look at some of the new product that just arrived in for review that you can expect to see up on the channel in the very near future. And of course, let me know down below in the comment section which of these items you'd like to see go up as soon as possible. Whatever gets the most amount of requests is, like I said, the video that will go up the soonest. So without further ado, let's take a look at all of the new arrivals. Alright, so here is a look at all of the stuff that just arrived in for review. You can see it's 6 pairs of cleats, 2 of the new high-vis Nike match balls, and a pair of sneakers that I just figured that I'd show you. I picked them up the other day. I think they're kind of cool. Nonetheless, we'll start off here to the left side where I have the new CR7 Chapter 3 Discovery colorway of the Mercurial Superfly 5. So this is his first signature colorway for the new generation of Mercurial. Very, very interesting. As I'm making this video, this stuff all showed up basically mid-afternoon, and it's actually the unveiling day for this particular shoe. So I'm sure a lot of you guys are interested in a video specifically on this particular colorway. That's coming very soon. As far as little details and intricacies of the colorway that I've noticed in person, it's that the color is seaweed for the actual shoe itself, which is like a dark green. They do not look black in person at all. In fact, there's not any black on this particular shoe. So hopefully that does come through on video. You can see you got the little sparkly CR7 logo there on the medial side. And it's a combination of Volt Yellow and, like I said, this darker seaweed green. And then you have reflective elements going down the lateral side. All of these little silver dots are actually reflective, which is kind of a cool little detail. Retail on these is $325 versus the normal $300 for a regular colorway of the Superfly 5. So a little bit of a premium for the CR7 variation, but that's nothing new from Nike. Next to those, I actually have a pair of shoes that you guys have been requesting for me to bring in, and that is the Nike Mercurial Vortex 3. So this is basically the bottom model in the current Mercurial lineup. The retail price is $60 US, so they are very, very cheap as far as just being a really low retail price. You can see they have changed the Vortex from when it first came out. It does, I guess, have a little bit more of a premium aspect to it. I would by no means call this a premium shoe, but they're definitely not as bad as they used to be, and I will be making a video on these in the near future. So for those of you guys that were requesting me to bring in a pair of Vortexes, finally have, look out for a video very soon. And of course, I happen to have the new CR7 colorway as well. Next to those, I have the new, or I guess kind of new at this point, it's 2 months ago now, the Pirlo colorway of the Nike Tiempo Legend 5. This was a limited edition release. Retail on these, and they are actually still available in the US, is $235, so $25 more than the regular Legend 5 retail for a regular colorway. But this isn't a regular colorway. This is the Pirlo variation. And basically what happened is 2 months ago they released pretty much worldwide except in the US. The US release date was delayed up until basically this last week. So I finally got my pair, and I have to tell you, the quality on these is incredible. This features an Algeria leather upper versus the standard leather upper that you would find on a regular pair of Legend 6s. And let me tell you, this is really, really nice. It's still kind of a kangaroo leather material as far as I know, but super, super soft. And the entire upper is leather. You can see even towards the heel area. Just really nice quality, really good looking color as well in this kind of like burgundy color. They technically call it Merlot, which I guess is pretty fancy, suitable for this particular shoe. But really, really nice. Probably the best quality pair of Legend 6s that we've seen so far. And the price does reflect that, being that these are the most expensive ones as well. Even actually, they have a cork upper on the cork insole on the inside. I'm not sure if it's going to focus. It's having a hard time. But you guys get the idea. There's a cork insole in there, and it does come with a regular set as well. I believe you're not necessarily supposed to play with the cork ones just because they'll break down more quickly. You could if you really wanted to, but like I said, they will break pretty easily. Next to those, I have a pair of the new limited edition Galaxy colorway of the New Balance Vazzaro. Now, this is a limited colorway. They haven't really specified how many numbers were actually released to the public. The retail price does reflect the limited quantities, being that these retail for $220 versus the standard $180 for a pair of Vazzaros. But you can see it's a really cool colorway, this combination of blue and black. Inspiration being the Dart Frog, which if you guys know what that looks like, that's kind of the pattern that you see on this shoe. But nonetheless, Really, really cool looking colorway. Very, very nice in person. And if you're a fan of New Balance, and I guess a fan of the Vizaro in general, this is probably one of those colorways that may be on your radar if you're on the market for a new pair of shoes. So expect a video on those very soon. Moving on to the back row, we have, you can see glowing here. I'm sorry, the camera's kind of fixing itself and adjusting itself accordingly, but this is the new white and orange colorway of the Evo Touch Pros from Puma, of course. There is kind of an opposite to this where it's black and orange as opposed to white and orange. I opted for the white ones to start. Maybe I'll bring in the black ones as well if enough of you guys want to see it. But very nice colorway, the Evo Touch Pro. Probably the most interesting shoe from Puma at the moment. It is their newest offering. And just a very good quality shoe in general. I have a playtest video on these if you want to check it out. I'll leave a little pop-up on screen. But this is a really nice colorway, very simple, very bright, clean white. So these will get dirty pretty easily for those that are asking. And again, just a really simple, really clean colorway. Not for everybody, of course. Not everybody wants super bright white shoes. But if you do, you're probably going to be a big fan of these. Next to those, I have something really interesting. And this was a shoe that honestly wasn't much on my radar, but I figured I'd bring them in just because they were somewhat interesting. Come on, camera, you got this. It's having a hard time with these shoes for some reason. I don't know if it's all the different colors in the background. I assume that's what it is. Here it goes. So this is the new Made in Italy edition of the Puma King. Now, the Puma King is something that Puma hasn't really been focusing on, but this is kind of an old school Puma King, as you guys can see. Not the newer style, which honestly isn't the greatest thing in the world. This one, though, super high quality. The quality of this leather, I know I just talked about the leather on the Legend 6s here, the Pirlo ones, but these are absolutely amazing, and it's actually a calfskin leather, which is kind of interesting. But some of the nicest leather I've ever seen on a pair of soccer shoes. They are made in Italy, so there is that quality aspect to it. And I'm sure a lot of you guys will ask, why do they use calfskin leather instead of kangaroo leather? And the simple answer to that question is if the shoe is being made in Italy or made in Europe for that matter, and they want to use kind of materials and I guess what's available to them within the country itself, they don't have kangaroos in Italy, so they have to make do with calfskin. And I've said this before in comments when people always ask, is kangaroo leather the best type of leather on a soccer shoe? In general, it is, but there are examples like this from Puma, even companies like Pantafolodoro, who use calfskin leather, and the quality is just as good as you'll find on any kangaroo leather shoe, if not better. So the quality on these, absolutely incredible, but the price does reflect that, being that it is made in Italy with a retail price of $275. So they are quite expensive. This is one of two colorway offerings, and again, look forward to a video on these in the near future. Next to those shoes, I have the two new, or I guess two variations of the new high-vis Nike Ordem 4 match ball. This one right here is just a blank one. You can see it's a yellow base with some orange and pink kind of details on it, and then the pink outline for the actual Ordem design. Same thing goes for the swoosh. And then this one is the same ball, just a Premier League variation. You can see the little Premier League lion right there. Not too much to talk about there, but I know enough of you guys would like to see a video on it, so expect that very, very soon. And then finally, we have a pair of sneakers that I picked up. These are Nike Air Max 1 Ultra Flyknits. So not really related to soccer, not really even something that I'm necessarily going to make a video on unless some of you guys want to see it. But this is a Flyknit variation of the Air Max 1. The Air Max 1 being kind of one of my personal favorite casual wear sneakers. And I just like the implementation of kind of a very modern thing with this Flyknit upper on an old school design like the Air Max 1 that originally came out technically in 1987. This does have the Ultra bottom, which if you've ever worn regular Air Max 1s, they're comfortable, but this new Ultra variation, it's lighter, it's more flexible, and the actual comfort underfoot I think is so much better than a standard pair of Air Max 1s. And I really think that the implementation of Flyknit on this shoe just looks really cool. The swoosh, as well as the little kind of mudguard band going around the forefoot toe box area, kind of filling in the standard Air Max 1 shape, is all reflective, so that's a cool element. Same thing goes for this piece around the heel. Very comfortable to wear, and just a nice pair of sneakers in general. So let me know, is this something you guys would like to see a video on? Probably not, but if enough of you guys do want to see it, it is definitely something that I can get to making. So that is pretty much it for all the new stuff that just showed up. Really, really cool. Really happy with a lot of this. It's a lot of limited edition stuff, but the quality on some of these shoes is pretty incredible. These Pirlos, those Puma Kings, really, really impressed with them. And the CR7 stuff definitely does look a little bit different in person than I was honestly expecting. Alright guys, that is it for this new stuff video. If you enjoyed the video and want to continue seeing this series on the channel, be sure to support it with a like. Again, down below in the comment section, let me know which of these products you'd like to see go up on the channel right away. Whatever does get the most amount of requests will go up the soonest. And of course, if you have any questions regarding any of the products in today's video, leave those down below in the comments as well, and I definitely will get an answer out to you. If you aren't subscribed already, be sure to hit that subscribe button for daily videos on all the latest and greatest soccer gear. You can find all of my social media information linked in the description as well. And other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video, and as always, thanks for watching.